Sorry about that. I got a phone call in the middle of that from Jamie. And you know how important that is. She's my everything. So I gotta take that phone call. I had to stop streaming for you guys. But we got that taken care of. Plug you back on here real fast. Oh no. Oh, there we go. We're still good. We are still good. All right. Let's see if I can. We're good? All right, we're good. Cool. So, I told y'all we were gonna come out here and come and smoke a dab. But for some reason, when I decided to come out here and do a dab, I just grabbed weed and started grinding it up. So that's what we're gonna hit. I'm just gonna go do some weed. Yeah, I got my daily driver bong hit here. Shout out to Good Chemistry in Colorado. They have several locations. There's also a location in Massachusetts. Shout out Good Chemistry. They grow their own bud. It's really nice, good herb. Get us going for the day. We smoke a lot. I don't know. So be prepared that once we get this stuff cracking and we get the TTS going and we get some donations going and we get followers and some people subscribing to us, that we will do donations for bong hits. We're going to do donations for dabs for sure. The shots donation is going to be way up because I can't get, I will fucking puke on this shit. So it'll be a good dono for a shot, definitely. But it'll be a lot lower donos for like bong hits and dabs and the good stuff. But I will do one on stream for free just to get everybody an idea of what kind of bong stuff we got. Hopefully YouTube doesn't kick this out for some reason because it has this on it. But cheers to everybody. Cheers to the stream. And just like that. So we'll be able to set it up so like my boy Yuri does these streams where like people donate for dabs and smoke and shots and things like that. But for me, like with Yuri, he likes to do spliffs. Hold on, I gotta find something. Yuri grows these spliffs. And he just smokes spliffs all day long on the stream and doesn't really get any donations for it. Nobody really contributes for that. In my mind, in my head, I want to shout out Walgreens. I would much rather have donations for bong hits and then really have to like not really worry about rolling up. It's like, $5 bong hits. Get me faded. $20 dabs, $10 bong hits. I don't even know. That might be too crazy high. $1 push-ups. Cool. Yuri does all that stuff, so I don't know if that's even like a smart thing to do. If it's fun. I honestly have no idea. Can't believe it's 11 o'clock already, though. Time is going by fast. Which, it's 11, and homegirl still got another 6 hours at work. And she'll be there for a while. I don't have all this time now, so while I'm on stream, I'll probably figure out how to what to make for dinners, what to do for dinners. We need to prep some lunches and some breakfasts, and we have some work to do for sure. Well, at least I do. But ah, damn, that's oof. I actually should have done the dab. I probably won't do much more weed today because my lungs are just beat up from that bong. Need to probably chill it out and do some dabs. But yeah, so back to it. We chilling. It is Motivational Monday though. And I do feel like I am kind of a motivational type of person. I like to keep people positive and keep a good mindset on things because everybody's down, everybody struggles, and everybody's got things going on in their daily life that are not necessarily uplifting or inspiring. They keep us at a low level. Our biorhythms, that's probably not right usage of that term, but everybody's got these little things that like give us these ebbs and flows and how we feel. And a lot of people struggle on a daily, and they not sure what to do, where to go, why. And one of the things I think that the reason why people struggle is because they ask those questions. Just asking those questions themselves creates this weird sense of doubt almost. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but so my intent with Motivational Monday is that people can tune in at the beginning of their week. They can like play this in their ear when they go to work or whatever, and like they can be inspired to continue to push through even the low times, and know that they're not alone. Everybody struggles with stuff. I know I personally, just to give a little backstory, so if anybody does listen, they want to know a little bit about me, I did have some struggles too. I did. Especially back when I was younger, and I had this really questioning in my own mind of like, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Is it worth it? And that's where like I would say, if anybody is listening, and if anybody does listen to this and is struggling, that don't be afraid to reach out for help. Look for therapy. There's a reason why it's a thing. There's a reason why it's a profession. There's a reason why there's study and colleges that devote all their life to helping people. And so I wouldn't necessarily say you should go, after anything specific, or you should seek therapy, or you need to. And nobody needs to, but if you want to, there are some benefits out there. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and let other people in, because there are some other perspectives that you may not have heard before that may change your thinking, may change how you feel about a certain situation, may change how you feel about yourself for the positive. A lot of people are scared because they think it may open up something negative about themselves, but you're already struggling. So diving into the issues that you're already struggling with, it doesn't make you struggle. You can only go up. So that's what I intend to do on Mondays, is come on and tell everybody, like, hey, let's have a great week. Let's be positive. I personally took in a thought of I have to figure out how to be just happy to be alive. It's a weird thing. You hear Gary Vee talk about it and being about like 1 in however many million to be the one that like attached to the egg and like be an actual human. Like the odds of being born are astronomical. So just being thankful in the fact that you actually were able to be born is Gary's thing, not mine. That's his thing, but the concept is the same, and it's to be thankful that, like, yo, I'm just happy to be alive. I'm thankful to be alive each day. It's a struggle, and nothing's perfect. Everybody's gonna have issues. People are gonna make mistakes, and things are gonna happen to them that they can't control. That is life. But it's almost as if you look at it as a game and don't take it too seriously, you can have fun with some of it. It's like, okay, there are some times it'll be shitty, but okay, if I was underneath a bridge with nothing, I think I would still be happy. Because then the game is just figure out how to grow from there. Like, it's like wherever you're at in life, or wherever you're at in your scenario, you look at it as if it's a game, a video game, and you say, okay, cool, how do I get to the next level? Oh, I'm going back a level, I gotta restart? Cool. And it's only game over when you're not taking any more breaths. It's only game over when you have no more, ideas to play. So if you kind of just take the life as a game and don't take it too seriously and know that you're never going to get out of it alive, it takes a little bit of a perspective away and allows you to live a little bit more freely. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to do whatever I can with the days that I can, and let the chips fall where they may. And it's an attitude that has to be adapted and has to be refortified daily. Like, I know that sounds annoying, and it's why most people don't want to do it, because it's an actual task, and it is literally to remind yourself daily that, like, there's so much you can do, there's so much you can push forward, there's so much that you can create, and the only limitations are yourself. And that while you're here on this earth, have as much fun as you can. Tim McGraw says, live like you're dying, and take every day for what it is. Some days are good and some days are bad. But if you wake up tomorrow, there's a chance for another good day. It may be bad. So a lot of my motivation is just trying to get people to look at things in a certain perspective. Take a step back and look at yourself and say, How serious is it? How serious is it? No reason to beat yourself up or put yourself down or think you should be in a certain area or a certain spot or think by a certain age or a certain time you need to be at a certain, salary or a certain family level. That's where you get trapped. If you get stuck in those thinkings, you're trapped. Everybody's different, but everybody deserves happiness. It's not given to you, though. Unfortunately, happiness is not given to you. You have to take it. You have to decide internally that you're going to be happy and not let the little things out there in the world deter you from your decision to be happy. That's true happiness. Is when you just make the decision in your own mind that whatever happens, I could be rich, I could be poor, I could live forever, I could die tomorrow, but whatever, I choose to be happy. It's a weird thing. It's like when you tell somebody they have to choose to be happy and they're not happy, it sounds retarded. No, I'm taking it back. Not say the R word. It sounds unpractical to just, if you want to be happy, you have to just decide to be happy. That sounds dumb to anybody who's not happy at the current moment. But I feel like it's very similar to someone who struggles with drugs and somebody who has an addiction. You can put a lot of people in positions to get better, but they only decide to get better when they decide to get better. You've seen it in every episode of Intervention you've ever watched. You can push and push and push, but it's only when the individual decides it's their time and it's their turn and they want it, they get better. Well, I feel it's the same thing in terms of positivity and happiness. You're not going to be happy. You can't find happiness until you make it up in your mind that you want to be happy. And I don't know how to explain how to do that necessarily, but that is the key to find. So is a mindset. The brain is crazy strong. The brain is crazy strong. We use very minimal amount of the capacity that we have in our brain, and it does everything that our body does. Anything that our body does is regulated by our brain. And then it even has the ability to slow your heart rate. Weird. You can do crazy things if you can tap into some of the capacities of your mind. And that's where I believe that true happiness lies, is in the mindset. But for those who are struggling on the daily, I do suggest you go on the internet and look for people who have been in similar situations or have struggled like you or are like you in certain types of way, and listen to what they do and listen how they've benefited from what they do. And somebody once told me that, like, your mind is only as good as the content that it takes in. If you feed it garbage, your mind is just going to be a mush of garbage. If you continue to educate you continue to, bring positive energy into your mind, it only creates, that momentum. So make sure you pay attention just to what kind of content you bring into your head on the daily. If you're looking at videos on social media and it's all bad stuff of, deaths and cheatings and just the nastiness that goes on in the world, and you just feed yourself that over and over again, it muddles your mind into a space that is not positive, and it's hard to just put that down or put it away and be positive from there. So it's a weird thing to say, but social media is such a negative influence in certain ways, especially some of the apps. And you just story. YouTube's different. Streaming and video content, I like streaming because I feel like it's real and it's live and it's like not edited. I don't really want to see an edited version. You feel me? I don't really want to see many videos that are edited together over and over again, because in my opinion, streaming is where it's at. Streaming is live and it's direct to the people that you're trying to reach. You feel me? So it's gonna be great. Pat McAfee says everything works out because it has to. Live your life and try to experience as much as you can. Well, that's pretty much my motivation for Monday, on the first Monday that I even trying it without anything written down or anything planned. I will try to be more organized and can create a plan for this stuff. This is just my first kind of streaming. I just wanted to get on and do it just for fun. I did like a 3-minute test video and that worked, so I was like, alright, cool. I get part 1 and part 2 of this chill stream on this Monday. Not gonna go anywhere yet. I'm still gonna chill for a little while. But that was my motivational move for the Monday. Overreaction Monday is probably gonna be a little bit more important. I will have a motivational segment on Monday though, but Overreaction Monday is definitely gonna be sad. Overreaction Monday for today is the Colorado Avalanche winning the title, which I'm not even gonna lie, I don't care that much about hockey. I actually like hockey. I just don't have a team, and I don't watch it. But besides that, it's not the worst sport. It's just not one that I've ever connected to. It's weird because I use an excuse that it's because I'm from Florida, but there's the team that was playing in the Stanley Cup last night. It's literally the Tampa Bay Lightning. They won several times while I lived in Florida. Miami has a team, and they haven't been bad. I don't think they've been the worst either, but like, there's 2 hockey teams in my state that are only 2 hours away, and yet I've never been to a hockey game, and I don't care to go to. I went to one, but I don't care about hockey. Never been to an NFL game. Never been to an NBA game. Nice cap. I've been to a Magic game. I've been to Magic games. Those are cool. I like basketball. Just never been to be a hockey fan. So my overreaction for today on this Monday is that there are so many fans in Colorado that are Avalanche fans that I don't think are necessarily Avalanche fans until this run to the Stanley Cup. I feel like there's all these fans that are kind of like, they don't wear their shit all the time, and all of a sudden the team starts winning and they get in the playoffs and like, oh, they got a chance to actually do something, and all of a sudden you see a lot more people wearing the jerseys and stuff. I'm like, okay, where were you like 6 months ago when they started? Were you wearing your jersey then? There's a lot of closet fans that come out when they win. It happens in every sport, every city, state, country, doesn't matter. Random people who now are not really fans start claiming their fandom. So it is what it is. And I'm not anyone to judge. My overreaction is that is definitely the case here in Colorado. They were in the streets last night, all over the streets last night, partying hard. That a lot of people caught out on this Monday. I mean, championships, man. And then I think on Thursday they have a parade, which is whatever. Hockey is not my favorite. Like I said, I don't really care as much. I used to pay way more attention to sports. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I used to be way more into sports, and I used to pay more attention to baseball for sure. I used to play the video games, and I was into baseball. I play baseball. I know baseball. But I don't follow baseball almost at all, to be honest. Even my Yankees. I'm a big Yankees fan. I always have been since 3rd grade, 2nd grade, and I couldn't tell you 2 people on the Yankees right now. I ain't following it. I'm not following baseball. I don't know who's good. Literally, I could not tell you who the top players are in the MLB. Like, after just falling off of paying attention, the turnover in baseball is crazy high, and there's so many teams, and I can't pay attention to all that. It's hard to follow basketball with their movement. Football is moving crazy too, so we're definitely gonna have some sports comments coming in hard. Definitely. And then eventually I'll try to get my boy Kyle on, who's a coach here in high school, but he's trying to get to the college ranks, and we're gonna get him to the college ranks for sure. He's got some kids that got some offers, and I think he should just try to go with them. Maybe get a GED or something. Not GED, GA, graduate assistant at one of these colleges, and really get into the film, or do the scout team, not scout team, but it's just one of the positions that's getting his foot in the door in college, and then he just moves way up. He's done it every position, every place he's ever been. To be honest, he's really only been at 3 spots. And it's sorry. It was his spot, the high school that we were at, and then he went to Jones in Orlando and got an opportunity to coach with people who were in the NFL. But not only did he become coach with them, he became friends with them. Go to their houses and sit, be on their couches and shit. Have their phone numbers and can call them whenever. That's the kind of relationship that we developed quickly. And to a point to where, when the one guy goes to the other high school, he brings him as part of his, he's being brought. When that was dwindling out, and he needed an opportunity, he decided to, come out here and stay with me and, try his hand in Colorado. And then he got in at one of the better schools here in Colorado, with where Philip Lindsay went to school, and actually maybe not the best school in Colorado, but a good school. developed a rapport and developed a coaching. He's well trusted. And that's what he'll do. And I know that when he gets into a college, he's going to do the same exact thing. He'll get in, doing film, and then he'll bring up all these things, and he'll bring up all these points to the coaching staff, and then they're going to be like, hey, we need Kyle over here helping with the line, helping out over here. And the next thing you know, you're going to be a position coach. Then the next thing you know, you're going to be a coordinator. And then the next thing you know, you're going to go to another small school and be the head coach. And then you're going to go to a bigger school and be the head. Like, bro, you are going to do this stuff. And I tell it to him, I'm telling it to the universe. I'm putting it out there right now. My boy is going to be a college football head coach at a real-time university in like 20 years. You're going to be like, oh, Kyle Baker? I heard Kevin say about Kyle Baker. Like, the name just, like, it's a football coach, bro. Like, and so, like, I push him. I bust on him. Pause. I push him, in a friendly way to really explore this college thing and really push his coaching to the boundaries, because I know what he's able to do. I know he's capable of being a really good coach, and I know his connectivity to people and how he's going to interact and grow the connections and continue to. Honestly, he could go all the way to the NFL. I don't even want to be like, I'm not tooting any horns or anything, but I know my boy. I just know how he is, and I know how people connect to him and how friendly he is, but also how educated in football he is. Like, I don't want to be a dumbass, but he's not. He's lived and breathed football his entire life, and he's 1 year older than me. So I know he's got the acumen. You feel me? I've talked to him enough just to know he's got the talent that it takes to get to that level. I know he is who he is that he hasn't pushed himself yet. And that's what I really want. If you can see this, Kyle, I put it out there to the universe. No one's watching this, but if somebody does tune back to this, I'm calling you out right now that you haven't pushed yourself yet. You haven't actually given yourself the opportunities that you know that you can do. So I challenge you, you see this, to do something special. Don't wait. Go for it. There's no timeline. There's no schedule. Everybody's different. Go do something special. If not now, when? Like, I understand you have I have a plan, and I respect that, and I welcome that, but I want you to push yourself, man. You see this, take it to the next level, man. Focus in hard. See what you can do. Cause I know, man, for sure. Bro. So let's challenge everybody that's watching. Challenge yourself to push yourself to the next level. Push yourself to the next limit. This is digging back into Motivational Monday, but like, I heard Kobe Bryant in a video once say guys like Wilt and Kobe and Michael and Bird and Magic, and he said, man, I don't know if I can. He said, can I be that? Can I get to that level? He said, I don't know, but let's find out. Let's try. Shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you land amongst the stars. You feel me? If you want something, you haven't got, you gotta do something you haven't done. You're either moving forward or falling back. So continue to push forward. Action intelligence, says Grant Cardone. AI. He said, I don't know if it's for, it's not artificial intelligence. It's AI, it's action intelligence. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing. My eyes are funky as shit. But yeah. I did a video about it, and not on live stream, of course. It was just like a recorded video. I haven't posted it or anything, but for those of you who do watch wrestling, this is not Wednesday, but last night AEW had their pay-per-view called Forbidden Door, and it allowed, which hasn't happened in the past, ever since Vince McMahon. Alright, do I get into this fully? Let me just run it down real quick. Ever since basically Vince McMahon took over wrestling. Okay, let me take one step back. Before Vince McMahon took over the WWF, the World Wrestling Federation, there was WWF, and there was also different territories around like Texas and Tennessee and North Carolina, and those are different like pockets, and they had different championship wrestlings, like Turner and Crockett and different things like that. And people would go from different, be like a champion. Ric Flair would tour all the way around. Eventually, Vince McMahon bought up all those different territories and combined it into one wrestling like company in the United States, and just took over. Well, there's also a company in Japan that's been going basically the entire time. Brock Lesnar's been over there, and Chris Jericho's been. A lot of the WWE stars have been over to Japan before they became stars in WWE, and then obviously they're locked into their contract, and Vince McMahon controls their life. But there also is New Japan Pro Wrestling. And New Japan Pro Wrestling is very popular in Asia and China and Japan. It's very popular, but it's not popular in the United States. We don't really see it that much, but there are some really big talent. The Forbidden Door and if you don't know, AEW was created by a lot of guys on the independent scene and people who may have been from WWE, as far as Cody Rhodes and Dustin and Chris Jericho joining in the beginning. But also bringing a lot of guys from Mexico and from around the world who wrestled to create AEW. Now AEW had a pay-per-view with New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's called Forbidden Door because it's like, they're not supposed to be. So a lot of the Japan guys came over to this pay-per-view in Chicago last night, and there's some really good matches, some really good stuff. But that's what I was making a video on earlier today. Some of the Japanese names are cool though. Tanahashi. Hiroshi Tanahashi. That's a badass name. What are you talking about? And then there's like What's funny is that DraftKings is, because you bet on it. There's a lot, yeah. What I saw the DraftKings stuff on the thing, and then I'm on this DraftKings page. Interesting. Oh, that's right. Bryan Danielson was supposed to fight him, and he. Oh, okay, that makes way more sense. The Gun Club. The leading ones are kind of whack, to be honest. The Gun Club and Max Caster versus Yura. A bunch of people from New Japan, I don't know. QT Marshall and Aaron Solo versus Bishamon. No, I don't know what that is. Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee versus Suzuki Gun. That probably was a good match. I just don't know any of those people. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Mystery Opponent Pit by Bryan Danielson, which was Cesaro / whatever his real name is, but that was a good pop. The Young Bucks and El Phantasmo versus Sting, Darby Allin, and Shingo Takagi. Takagi? I keep saying that wrong. Takagi. You don't punch me in the face. That was a good match. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Umino. Winner gets the advantage for Blood and Guts next Wednesday. So apparently, Chris Jericho got the advantage. I think he won that. Thunder Rosa beat Tony Storm, Ring of Honor, and IWGP World Tag Team Unification match. IWGP US Heavyweight Championship. AEW All Atlantic Championship. So yeah, AEW created a whole new championship, like an Intercontinental title. They have an All Atlantic Championship. That was a 4-4-way that Pac won, which is cool. Then there was the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship Fatal 4 with Jay White, Okada, Adam Page, and Adam Cole. Okada is a big name in Japan. I didn't really know much about, but he definitely is a good wrestler. I saw the match, and he's definitely feels the part for sure. And then the interim AEW World Championship for CM Punk's title between Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi. This is a badass fucking name, dude. Tanahashi. Nicknamed Ace. At another pay-per-view, Chris Jericho and his Goo Squad come down and start jumping in on Mox and Tanahashi. And then Eddie Kingston and Santana Ortiz come out, and then Cesaro comes out and like starts landing those elbows, flying uppercut elbows into people's faces. And really changed the game on that one. That's cool that he's part of the Blackpool Combat Club. That gives him 4. Wheeler Yuta, John, Brian, and Claudio. And Brian's hurt right now, so that gives him like 3 to play around with. And then when Brian comes back, they can do 2s and however they want to mix it up, you know? Gives him something different. I'm really not looking forward to going my stuff out of storage. Really not. I just know that there's gonna be spider webs all in that crap, and I don't really want to mess with it. The thing about it is, I really have to go through the whole thing. Realistically, I don't. So I have pictures of all the stuff that I want to sell on eBay. I have all the pictures already on my phone. I just want to get them out of storage so I can see what they look like, because I just want to make sure they're still the same condition before I post them all. But otherwise, I have all the stuff. I have the descriptions of all of them and like what I want to post them for. I just need to like do it. I also need to figure out dinner. That's another thing. I'm gonna start working on dinner plans. Yeah, I'm only gonna probably be on the stream for a little bit longer because my phone is kind of dying. I wonder if I can get the charger on in here while it's streaming. I may move to the other room though. Just follow, maybe you can follow me. Yeah. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff to buy so I can get the podcast going, because I want to start a podcast too. So that's one of the things that like hopefully I think that's part of the thing that I want to do is like do a podcast during the week as well. One of the nights of the week I'd like to do a podcast that like it's like streamed live, and then eventually put it on the podcast part, the audio onto a podcasting platform. It's a lot more. It's gonna take a lot more than. It's gonna take weeks to get that set up, for sure. Maybe even a month. It may take a couple months to get that set up, because we have to be financially prepared, and I need to get more equipment and figure out how to like get all that set up so we can do our thing. We also need to buy another chair for here. Ooh. See, I don't know. I like that big chair from World Market, a couple $100. That's the whole thing, is that we just need to do a lot more so we can be prepared. My job's okay, but I may look in to get another job too, because I gotta make enough to like maintain what I want and get what I want. You know what I mean? The rich dad poor dad guy says, don't say I can't afford it, ask how can I afford it. Figure it out, basically. You want something? Go figure it out. Figure out how to get it. If you can't figure out how to get it, you don't deserve to get it, basically, is what he's trying to say. So I'm gonna figure out how to get more. But I shouldn't have done that bong hit earlier. It just made me tired. I do have a little watermelon Red Bull to sip on though. That'll be cool. Yeah, I definitely want to get a podcasting going. Gotta get that shit started for sure. I like my favorite podcast to watch, or my favorite show to watch on Pat McAfee show has 37,000 people watching right now. And then like I follow like Split Mode. Let's see what else is live. Can you live somewhere? Dr. Disrespect has 35,000 people watching him play Warzone, which is crazy. That's cool. See, like that's the other thing. I'd like to get Twitch going at some point, but we'll see. Barstool has 13K. Ben Shapiro has 16K watching. I didn't shout out AJ Hawkins the one time, and I shouted out all the people from the Pat McAfee show. I totally left off AJ Hawk, but you know. Yeah, so I definitely like watching the Pat McAfee show the most. It's like one of my favorites, and I don't know why. I think it's the team dynamic of just everybody together. They just make me laugh. And Pat has good energy, which is good. AJ Hawk is whatever. He's funny sometimes too, though. Yeah, he gets a lot of people to come on, so that's cool. That's why it's probably a good show too. Pivot, shout out Pivot too. That's a fire podcast too, because they do a lot of content. They get a lot of people on, and that's cool. I need to get the other thing charged, the one that has like the gimbal on it, so it stays like a little bit better for streaming. And then I need to figure out how to get a pack together so I can like charge my phone as I'm streaming at the same time. Can I do it like this? Oh, see, that's cool. At least it allows me to flip it at the same time. Alright, let's see. Let me just set you right here for right now. Is that enough room? Let me set you even farther back. Oh. Light is terrible. Well, at least that's a little better for it. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys my dirty ass rig. Pretty gross, I know. Don't judge me. I got one hit left of this cherry Kush Mints. You can't really see it, but that's the best I got right now. Shout out Blassie though, because I seen it on that stream when he was over at Yuri's house that one day. He was doing the cold start. Shout out the cold start. Learned it from High Times magazine. All right, let's blaze. Well, this part of the stream's been 55 minutes. It's pretty crazy. Let's just shout out that. Sorry for coughing right into the camera. It's very rude of me. Whew, man. Okay. All right, let's see. I want to give a little bit more motivation shout outs. So, some people, if you're looking for, let me clear something real quick. So, if you're looking for some people to inspire you or to motivate you or to listen to at some point, I challenge you to do so. If you just look up motivation online, you can find a lot of different videos and sound clips of people who would tell you some stuff. Eric Thomas is one of those people. Grant Cardone has some good information. Steve R. Harvey has some information he can tell you about. If you've never heard of him, he's pretty popular. David Goggins, Jocko Willink, Will Smith, Denzel Washington. There's some great people in these videos that tell you some interesting things. Joe Rogan, Kobe Bryant. A lot of people hate Jordan Peterson, but he has some good information too. The Rock, Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, there's just a few that I know that are very inspiring, and they're very Oprah is another good one. These people are all people who have some information that you can use to your advantage sometimes. So when I shout out any of those people, I don't think that necessarily everything that they say is right or motivational. But the process and the trick to listening to these people is to take what information that they're saying and take it into your brain, process out what you think is garbage, take what bits of information that makes sense to you or how you can frame it to your life, and use those same things that they were saying as motivation. So it's like when they start talking about God and things like that, I don't necessarily use that for myself, but there are other things interwoven into those same principles that you can use towards your life. So don't shut anybody out. Listen and learn and use it for your life. There's some great ones out there. The Admiral at the University of Texas, Matthew McConaughey. Even Ray Lewis. So there's a lot of good ones to listen to. Let's see, how am I doing on battery life? A little bit longer. Well, I don't have much else on here. I'm pretty stoned after that dab. Cherry Kush mints. Yeah, I'm pretty stoned. Gotta say that. But I'm excited to be on here. I think I could do this. I definitely could be on camera. I'm not shy. I'm not afraid. I don't care what I sound like. Blah 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 blah. And I want some people. I want some interactions. And I will definitely be excited to interact with people. I will figure out how to get people to tune in to live streams, grow some subscribers, grow some followers, you know, and start this channel up, you know. If you do come across this video somehow, like it, put a comment, subscribe to my channel, and we will continue to grow. Like, if you've listened to me today, I've talked a lot about what I plan to do and kind of the agenda I want to set out for myself. Please bear with me though. If anybody does find this, is that as I'm just starting, so I'm gonna have some trials and tribulations, but I feel like this is a good first little video. So I'm going to end it here. I'll catch you on the next one.